Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're waiting for you to start.
Good evening and welcome to Light Talk Business on the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and tonight I'm being joined by four people in my studio. So we're going to have a very productive conversation. Where is the uh, last feedback is coming from? Is it from somebody? So we want to welcome our viewer on Facebook and YouTube. We want to say thanks for following our platform. I'm being joined by two business lady and along with one of my colleagues who came to also share his perspective when it comes to the business aspect. So if you are following the show via Facebook and YouTube, you might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. And we are just here for a very short time, so we're going to dive into what we are here for. I think you saw the flyer on the Facebook and other social media about business. We usually have Light Talk Business is designed to actually provide information and insightful tools to help business people succeed in their business. So today I have with me two ladies. I will have to introduce them along with a gentleman in our studio here for all to discuss the topic tonight. I have Grandmama, welcome to the Rahim Show. And then also I have Josephine, also is here. The both of them are business people. And I also have one of my colleagues who joined me to also discuss the topic tonight, that the Jerome colleague. So you guys are all welcome. I will give you guys 1 minute at a time to just, say something about yourself because, our viewer out there want to know you. So we'll start with Grandmama. Grandmama, you might want to introduce yourself and tell what do you do. You are muted, Grandmama.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Gwen Mama Africa. I was born in Liberia, raised in Liberia, based in Brussels. So, this is who I am. You.
Thank you, Grandmama. We'll now go to Josephine to introduce herself and tell our viewer who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Josephine George Nikan. I'm married and I was born and raised in Liberia. I'm based in United States, precisely New York. And I work as a nurse, LPN, and then also I do vent into hair businesses and stuff, needed a braider wigs. So I'm into that too as well.
Thank you for that introduction. And I'm also being joined here by Dr. Jerome Colley, who is my colleague, who also want to be a contributor to the show tonight. So, Dr. Jerome, would you like to introduce yourself to our
Uh,
viewer out there? Yeah.
yeah, sure. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this show from. My name is Dr. Jerome B. Colley. I am a Liberian and specific from Bon County. And I grew up in Liberia, but I'm in Morocco where I'm doing my specialization in gynecology. And I'm glad to be here today to also discuss the importance of business because business help our Liberian people back. So I'm glad to be on your show, Brian, to give my little input when it comes to business. Thank you so much again for inviting me to your show.
Thank you, guys. And once again, I want to welcome all of you for taking off your time to be a part of the Rahim Show. And to our viewer out there, if you're watching the show on Facebook and YouTube, you might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. So we just want to go through our topic tonight because we had a flyer, posted on our social media. We, the Rahim Show, like I always say, is designed to help people provide, information information and tools that will help people so that they can be able to utilize some of the things that we share to make their business, become successful. And you all know that most of the businesses in Liberia, like for instance, the small business are the backbone to the Liberian economy. And we know that most of the people, when they are successful, it also help to stimulate the economic, of our country. So one of the things I wanted us to discuss tonight, and that was main reason why we had to, have the show was the issue about strategy. Because strategy is very important. Because if, as a business person, if you don't have a strategy, then the business will die naturally. But if you have a strategy, then the business will be able to grow and even expand because why you are putting into place this strategy and applying them to your business. Then you will see the outcome of the strategy. So one thing here I want,
Just to add to you, Brother Ryan,
yeah, go ahead.
business with our strategy, that is not a business because anybody can have that business. And if you are coming up with a business and you have to get your brand set up your business, you have to get a brand and a strategy that people will know that yes, indeed I'm in this kind of business. Your brand will speak for you. So that is one of the things our Liberian people don't understand when it comes to business. If you have to get your brand, your local for your business. But most people we just join into business, we don't know what the brand and we don't know what is our local. We don't have a local for our business. So in case like I'm selling this bottle, anybody can sell this bottle, but my brand would tell me the importance of
Yeah,
this stuff I'm selling. So I
absolutely.
think that's a good topic for tonight,
Yeah.
and I'm here again too as well to give my little input when it comes to that too as well.
Yeah,
Thank you
I'm
again,
glad.
Brother
I'm
Brian.
glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned that about the brand. It's one
Yeah.
aspect too that we're gonna emphasize on. But one thing I wanted us to talk about here is the business strategy. Right? Is a fundamental thing that people need to actually consider because a lot of business that if you look at Liberia business, right, we have let's say 4 different cell phone company in Liberia. We have Labor Cell, we have Lone Star, we have Cellcom, and we have commune, right? Those are the 4 different company we had
Yes.
in Nigeria. But we realized that when labor cell, were operating, you could see there were times where they were trying to gain some sort of competitive advantage, to Lone Star because, the product were very unique, and then also the promotion they had were helping them. But later on, the business died in a long way because why? They did not have strategic approach in place. To be a successful business person, it requires dedication, vision, and strategic approach. Because why do you need dedication? You need to spend time with the business. You need to invest your time. You need to, make that sacrifice for the business. Because if you don't do it, how do you expect the business to yield any result? Nothing. Then second
And
thing,
you
you
have to and you have to get good communication skill too as well to
yeah,
talk to your customer.
yeah,
If you're
yeah,
doing a
Yes.
business, you don't have a good communication skill, that is not good because your communication will sell your business up the way you talk to your
Mm-hmm.
customer, what about B2C,
yeah,
business to customer. So if
yeah,
you don't have
Yes.
that good communication skill, you will not be able to tell people about your business. And people should
absolutely,
know the value of your business. So as a new
absolutely,
kind of business, you have to get good communication, how you talk to
yeah,
your client, how you
yeah,
convince your client, how
yeah.
you sell your product up there. So you have to get a good communication skill as well.
Yeah, yeah, you are quite right. You are quite right because what happened is this, right? Most of let's say the customer that you have, right? They are the major stakeholder of the business. The customer are the
Yes.
stakeholder of the business. So the way you treat
They
your
are.
customer and the way you retain your customer, it has the ability to trigger that customer because the customer always give a positive feedback. We're going to come to that because I got 5 different important strategies that we want to lay out there for people to learn and apply it to the business in Liberia. So I would like to
Mm-hmm.
give Josephine the chance so she can tell me what are some of the, like you being in business, Josephine, right? What are some of the
Mm-hmm.
strategies that you have put into business for which, you are still, and going ahead with your business, because there are times some people can start the same business that you're doing, but yet after a few times you go to the business collapse. So
The
what are some of
business
the
collapse.
ideas and the strategy that you are putting into your business for which you are still doing the business for which you're doing? Yeah.
Yeah, like thank you again once again for giving me your platform. Like what I do most of the time, I model my own brand.
Wow.
Like I put my hair on my hair and people admire it, put in their order. So what I do, because I love my braids to be neat. Neat braids carry you out there because some people do the braids but it's loose. And then you don't want somebody to buy something and they cannot carry on for like a month or so.
Yeah.
So what I do, I make sure it's well braided
Yeah.
and I model my own business. I don't go look for somebody else to model. I
That's good.
model it, and then when the customer get the hair and they take it out there, they bring in customers.
Yeah.
So if you out there, you put your business out there, make sure it have like quality because people look for quality. If you want to do good in your business, always go for quality. And because always put out what you will wear. Now, don't put out something out there that you cannot wear.
Yeah.
So that's what I always tell myself. I say I can wear this, then somebody else there can wear it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you are quite right, and I like that approach because you want to retain the customer, and you also want to provide a quality product so that the customer, because the
So
whole thing about
you call that marketing aspect. You are using the marketing aspect
yeah,
for your business.
yeah,
You by wearing your own hair and stuff coming up
Yeah.
on social media. They call it e-business. So
yeah.
that's an
Yes.
internet business you are doing.
It's a
So
form of
yeah,
advertising, because you show
advertising in the
you
marketing
showing
aspect, but
yourself,
slowly
that this
the quality of your business. And one thing
yeah,
you just got on that get me to understand that the quality of your product. We
Yes.
customers, we look at the quality of your product. A
yeah,
lot of people
Hmm.
say here or there, but we look at the quality of your product. That's what we go for. We're not just going
yeah,
because you selling here. We look at the quality of your product and
yeah,
we go for it.
Yes.
Make your customer will come. So that's one of the things you got based on your strategy. You
yeah,
look at the quality of the hair, and that's how you sell it to the
Yeah.
people. Because you see that if I can wear this hair, other people can do it. It's the quality.
Can
So
do it. Yes.
that's one of the
yeah.
good things to you
Quality,
spread. And
yeah, quality
I highly
makes a
appreciate
lot
you
of
for
Yeah.
difference.
that
Yeah.
too as
Quality
well.
makes a lot of difference
And yeah,
because and not many people want to just buy the product, but they want to see the quality behind that
the
product.
quality of the
Yes.
product. How long does this thing spend with you? If I buy this
Hmm.
hair, how long does the hair spend? A lot of
Yeah,
people, if you buy
Yes.
a hair from them, it don't spend that long. But
yeah,
you now you
That
are telling
long.
us
Yes.
that your hair is a good hair, it's a quality hair. Like yeah, if I buy the hair, you're gonna spend a lot of time with me. The way you
Hmm.
convince your customer, the
yeah,
way you talk to your
Yes.
customer, because a lot of people selling hair. But
yeah,
how can you
Hmm.
convince me that this
We
hair
have a lot
is
of
something
vendors.
like you
Yeah.
say what you braid your hair by itself and thing? You don't just leave it open like that. It's already something. So
Hmm.
if I buy this hair, I don't need to do anything.
yeah.
It's
No.
already formed part of it. So I don't have to put it on me. That's a business strategy too as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Once
Hmm.
you have a well-defined strategy, brother, you are most likely to succeed. And that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
A
all the
business
people might
without
be selling the
strategy, the
same
business will
product she has.
collapse.
Yeah. All the people might be selling the same product she offer. But because she have a
Hmm.
well-defined strategy in place and she know how the kind of quality product she has, it make her to, gain some sort of, control over the market
Customer.
because
Yeah.
I'm sure.
that's
Yes.
how you see most of the big companies today they are succeeding because they know how the
Hmm.
first thing what Jerry said, right? The customer are the backbone for
The
any
backbone. Yes.
business. The customer, the same way we say communication are the backbone. Customer are
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
major
The cus- yeah,
backbone
the
for every
customer
business.
with like
Because,
two people can join in a business here. Two people can join your business here, but the way you sell your business, the way you
The
talk to
way
your
you
customer,
started.
like
Yes.
yeah, the way you sell your business, make people to come to you. Be like, why people is not coming to me, and other people is
Mm.
coming to Josephine because Josephine way of communication is different from your own
It's
communication.
different.
yes, that's
And
right.
Yes.
Josephine product is more higher than your product. Josephine is
Yeah,
not just
Hmm.
selling here, but
yeah,
Josephine go for the good product for her
good for
customer.
you.
The good
And
product.
so, if
That's right.
you as a businesswoman, you go for the quality. Don't just go because you want to do a business because Mama Gwen is doing
Mm-hmm.
a business, or Brother Ryan is doing a business. You go for the quality that will make your customer to come over to you as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So
Yes.
we're gonna
Yes.
stick to something here because we want to spend at least the time we want to spend, so we can go on to our other place, that we usually go live to as well. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, small businesses in Liberia, struggle a lot, and some of these businesses struggle not just because there is no cash flow or there is no much money,
Mm-hmm.
for doing a business, but sometimes it is a lack of people when it comes to cash management. You know, that's the
Yes.
reason why you see, like for instance, somebody be doing the business with 20,000, and when they make profit, they eat all that money, all the profit,
They
then
eat all.
they retain the same amount of money, so the business will not grow because once you start to eat the profit, and one of the strategy here, right, is to why reinvest every dollar back into the business. You know, in
Yes.
accounting, they got something called return earning. The money,
Yeah.
if you earn it, you take that money and you invest it back into the business. Take for instance, if I were operating on $1,000, right, for the business, right, and then I make $500 profit, and I put that $500 into the business, what become the business liquid value? It's no longer 1,000 again, right? Because I've already
Yeah.
invested that
It's,
another
yeah, it's
400.
increased. It
So the business
increased. Yeah.
increase. That's how business improve. But in
Yeah.
Liberia, most of the people when they do business, when they make their profit, they eat all the profit. They will not say, okay, I understand that the situation like right now, like other places, but at least put some money back into the business so that you can find yourself going into let's say break even all the time. Every year you get break even. Every year you get break even. You want to at least leave from that break even level so that you can be able to get money. So, Dr. Jerome, what do you think? What do you think Liberian businesses need to do, to avoid the thing about cash management? Because a lot of people are not disciplined when it comes to money management. And then, more so, some people, even before they get into business, they're not even able to control their money right away, already, rather. They're not able to even control their money already. So, when they get into business, then other things start to come to their mind, and they use the same money they're supposed to be using for the business, they go use it for other things. So, what do you think can be a possible strategy to help these people who go through some of these things, and at the end of the day, they don't succeed?
Oh, thank you so much again, Brother Ronnie. One thing I noticed in Liberia when it comes to the business aspect that making more business to collapse because they are not consistency.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah,
Yeah, they are not consistent in the business. They
yeah,
like they just jumping from year to year. They are not consistent in one business.
yeah.
And the second thing is that like business you don't have to put 50,000 when you are starting a business. You don't have to start with fifty
Plenty of
thousand.
money. Yeah, you don't have to start with plenty of
Yeah,
money.
you don't have to start with printing money. But most business people in Liberia want to start with higher money. So now you as a just come up business and you start with like 10,000, the business might collapse
Yeah,
because you don't have that idea of business yet.
yeah,
So when you coming up as a business person, you start with the little.
yeah,
And in that little, you will understand that, oh yes, I have to put more effort. And this little thing, the profit I made, I have to invest it into the business. But the feel that, oh yeah, I already have all my goods in my store, so I don't have to add anything within in the store. That's one of the things. So if you start with a little money of your business, you will know that, okay, yes, I have to increase my business. So every profit I made, I must invest it into the business. But most of our people, they want to get higher money first before they do a business. It's not
Before.
bad if you have the money. It's not bad. But do you have that way of saving the money? No.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's always good to start with a little money.
yeah.
And the reason why you are starting with a little money,
Yes.
you'll be able to invest. Whenever this business is finishing, when you get a profit, you will invest because what? You want to increase the business.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
want to increase
Yes.
the
I'm
business.
not cutting you all right, Dr. Jerome. I
Yeah.
started with 200 with my braider head. two
Okay.
hundred dollars.
Okay,
And
that's
now I'm
good.
putting in for like 2,000 orders every month. I put in like for 2,000
yeah.
orders
You
are
should.
coming
You
in.
should. You
Yep.
see what I'm talking about, right? Because
Yep.
she started with $200. So
Yep.
every profit she put it into the
Put it
business.
back in the business. Yep.
Yes.
She put it
Yep.
back into the business because
Yep.
she want the business to increase. But you as a
So
just come up business,
this
you
is
starting
this
with
is this is
10,000.
this is very interesting. So let me let our viewer out there know so that they can be able to listen to some of these things because imagine Josephine using her experience, right? She says she started
Mm-hmm.
with
Mhm.
$200. So if you are watching the show out there on Facebook and YouTube, our sister who is in business, she here with us tonight, right? She's telling people out there that she started her business with $200. Today she can pull
$200.
$1,000 worth of goods. So it just tell you how she's been reinvesting some of the profit she made from that $200 today. She can be able to boast of what $2,000 just from that $200
$2,000.
today.
You see, from
So
200 straight to
Yes.
2,000. You see
yeah.
how is it?
Mhm.
And
So if
she
you're
not just
watching the
start
show,
making that
please
200, that
listen to
2,000
some of
like
these
that
strategies
because
that
of
our sister
consistency.
used to reach to
Yeah.
that point because we want to learn from other people here who have been in business and what are some of the strategies they have put into the business for which they are successful today. So our sister is here,
Yes.
Josephine. Josephine, go ahead and explain so our viewer out there can be able to watch what we are trying
Yeah,
to do.
like I said, when I started a hair business, I started with like $200. I was like, you know what, let me just give it a try. And then when I started the business, I had social media, but I didn't make use of social media back then. So I was just telling people, and then when I put the hair on my head, they like it, and then they call me, oh, I like that hair. I said, do you want it? I could put in your order for production, and then it come. And that's how I started. And then I was like, you know what? It been a while now. Let me go live. And I went live. It was the we have to make use of our social media
Yeah,
and stop making use of other stuff that
yeah.
not
That's one
necessary
business.
though.
That's one form of business
If you
can be.
have yes, if you have your business,
It's a strategy form too as
Yeah,
well. The
and
e-business, internet business. Yeah.
Facebook gave you the chance to put your market out there.
yeah,
Go live. You don't have to be a degree holder before you go live. Go live.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
honest about your business.
yeah,
Speak about your business. Talk about it.
yeah,
And it was the greatest decision I made. I was telling you the other day. I was like, I was surprised. Like I have 23 share, and I have people
wow,
like 1K view, 1.1K view. I was surprised because it was my first time going live with it.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, so what I've been waiting for?
yeah,
I could use this and put my business out there, and it was the best decision ever that I made.
yeah,
Because of that, a lot of orders comes in every day.
yeah,
You see,
yeah,
so it's just like you have to be like when you start something, you gotta know like this is what I want. This is what I want to do.
yeah,
You gotta be patient
yeah.
because
Patient.
you don't expect
Patient
money
too
to
as well.
just come in right away.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
have to be
And
patient and prayerful.
put
Yes,
time in as well. That's what
pour
brings
in
the
the
time.
time. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yes,
sure.
pour
and
in the time.
that's what dedication is all about. You got to put in
Yeah,
the
that's a
time.
dedication here.
Everything you want to
More
succeed,
Yes,
time.
you have to be dedicated to it. First of all, you got to develop the
yes.
passion, like you said. Have the
No
passion.
passion. Yes.
Everything I'm doing it because I want to be successful from it.
Because I want to be
Because other
successful
people
in
have
this.
started business from scratch. Today they are where they are today because they put in time, they have passion, everything. But Dr. General, you mentioned something about the customer, right? And it's
Yeah.
always
Mm-hmm.
important to prioritize the customer.
Yeah.
According to business, they say the customer are the most important stakeholder, right?
It's
So
the boom.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's
it's
the
a
boom
boom,
of the
right?
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine if you prioritize your customer, right? What becomes of that customer feedback, in terms of all the customer coming on board.
Well, but Ryan, the one of the thing is that if you as you have a good communication skill
Yeah,
with
yeah,
your customer will always want to come at your place
yeah.
Yes.
because they know that you have
Yes.
You
good
feel that
communication.
relationship, yeah, that's true, yeah,
You already built that relationship with them.
yeah,
The
So
relationship. Yeah.
they will always want to come to your store to buy because they
yeah,
know that, oh yes, Church Josephine have good communication skill. Church
yeah,
Josephine have good way of convincing us to come
yeah,
to get her product. But some
yeah,
of us we
Mm-hmm.
don't have that good communication skill that
yeah,
when if I just come and buy this thing, I'm not going to come back again and say, oh, this woman don't know how to talk to me. So
yeah,
I prefer finding
Yes.
yeah,
somebody that know how to talk to me. So
To
you as
talk
a
to me.
newcomer,
Yeah.
yes, you as a newcomer in business, you have to work on your communication skill.
that's true,
That
that's
will
true.
help your
That's
Very
business
right.
to build.
important,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
very,
will help your business to grow as well.
yeah,
To
You might
go.
get what?
Yes.
You might get everything within that store all your product within that skill. If you don't have good communication skill, your business might collapse. Because what?
It will
Communication is the
collapse. It's
boom.
true.
It's the boom of the business.
Yeah.
You might
Mm-hmm.
get all the product within that business, but if you don't know how to communicate, like I was saying, Josephine was saying, she went live. She not just go live and start showing the product. She
Yeah.
communicate with the people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
telling the people about the quality of a brand. She
Yeah.
tell the
The
people the quality
quality,
of a
yes.
business. That's
Yeah.
just a communication as well.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
convincing people that this hair I'm selling is like this. This is not a Chinese made or stuff thing. It's the
Yeah.
skill.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to convince your
Oh
customer.
yes, that's true. You
The
gotta be
customer,
If
persuasive.
you're
Yeah.
not
yes.
able to
You gotta be
convince your
persuasive.
customer,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
business will just stop in there and people not buying. And time you just get weak.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
And
that's one of the things our Liberian need to work on as
yeah.
well. They don't
Yeah.
know
We
how to
need
talk to the
to,
customer.
yes.
Yeah. That's
They
true.
don't know how to convince the customer.
Yeah.
And I would be happy where I go. People talk to me. People
Yeah.
talk to me nicely.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go to you, you aren't able to convince me because I'm not just a lot of people selling this stuff. A lot of people selling this stuff all over the place. But the reason I come to you, you have good communication skill and you have good product. You are telling me that okay,
Yes.
if you buy the hair will spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
You convincing me,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing the reality. But if
Yeah.
you don't have these things,
Mm-hmm.
your business will collapse. You might have all the money, but it will collapse.
Yeah.
It will collapse.
That's
That's true.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. You know, it's always good to prioritize your customer because if you have to build that
The
relationship with
customers, yes.
your customer will always come back. And then like the strategy
Yes.
Josephine used, right? Sometimes just imagine going live. You know, is also a form of let's say a business campaign. You know, she took advantage
Yes.
of social media. She went and just organized or we and some of the products she said, and she was able to tell the people out there. And you saw, she said she had almost like I think 1K, right? 1K
Yeah.
followers.
Yes. 1K view. 1.1K view. I was
1K, and
surprised.
she just from that, let's say campaign she had on social media,
Campaign,
she was
yeah.
able to get more customers. So it's very important. But
Yes.
one of the things
And
that
but Ryan, just to add again, one thing I noticed,
go
we
ahead.
a business person, we don't. I think one of the things again that is suffering our people back home when it comes to the business aspect, they don't do assessment.
Yeah,
They
Yes.
don't do
you don't
assessment.
do market research yet.
Yeah, they don't do market research.
Yeah,
And before you get into
Mm.
a business, if you want
you
to
got to
do
do a
your
research. Yeah,
business in this community, you must do a research.
yeah,
You must
A
go there
research,
and know
yeah.
what the people want,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what the people
And that
like
is
in
another
that
topic
community.
that we're going to discuss: how to
Yeah,
start the business in
yeah, yeah,
Liberia.
yeah. No,
How to
Yes.
start a
okay,
business.
Ryan. So these are the
Yeah.
things. They
We'll,
just do
talk,
business because
we'll come another time to talk about that business, how to start,
yeah,
because when you
how
start
to
in a
start a
business, there's some of
business.
the things you have to do, like
You
you
have to
mentioned.
go do there and do
Yeah,
assessment.
yeah,
Know
And
what
do
your customer
assessment,
wants
yes.
because you are
yeah,
not selling for yourself now. You are
yeah,
selling for your customer.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
have, if you want to bring a business in New York, go to that special area, do assessment,
yeah. Check
know
around
what
New
the
York
people
and
want,
see. Yeah, that's
and
true.
you
Yeah, you're right.
look at the environment before you say,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I think this place, if I put a business here, my business will flourish because the people
It
like my
will work.
routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerome, do you know that the point you're making, right?
Mhm.
You can see it in reality in this country, right? You see somebody will open a
Mhm.
store in the mall, right? And just
Yeah.
because they did not do the proper research, right? You will see after a while that store closed. You don't see
They're closer, yes.
Yeah,
because
because
no
people
customer
don't people
goes in
Mm-hmm.
don't
that
go for
store
that
too
thing
much.
in
At the
that
end of the day,
state.
they don't make money, so they end up closing that store. You see, it's a store closing because not
Yeah.
everything you
Store
see in
closing, yes.
you want to do. You got to do business based on what the customer needs. That's why you need
Mm-hmm.
market research. Know
Yeah.
what customer really want. That's when you open
Yeah, and that's what happened because everybody was getting hair like this,
your hand.
and people go to the salon to do braid their hair. So I was like, okay, if they can go to the salon to braid, why not braid their wigs?
Oh yes,
Simple.
Because a lot of people like ordering wigs and they're not ordering the braided ones. So I was like, you know what? Let me venture into the braided ones and see what
the
will
strategy
happen.
right there. You see the
You see,
strategy
that's a
right
smart
there?
Yeah,
move. That's a they call that one smart move in a
Yeah,
business.
smart move. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Smart move.
yeah, yeah. But you see,
Because what she
one of the things
understand
as we talk about in
she
our
went to the
Liberian people, right? One of the things as
hair
we talk
era.
about,
She realized
go ahead.
she went to the hair era and do a spending more money on this braid hair. What don't we just order it? People just can. You don't have to go there again anymore. You just order for me
Yeah.
and think
Yes.
that's a
I'm
smart
telling
move
you,
you
yeah.
made.
Smart
You
move.
did an
Smart move.
assessment.
Yeah. Smart move. Yeah.
You have to do assessment first before you bring a business within this community.
Yeah.
You don't just
Mm-hmm.
bring a business.
Yeah.
That's why suffering
Yes.
a lot of our business people,
Yeah.
they don't do business assessment.
So let me let our viewer out there know that we are discussing
We're not
business
getting you, Brother Ryan.
on the Rahim Show. For our viewer out there, if
Sister
you're
Josephine,
watching,
are you getting Brother Ryan?
yeah, I'm getting
I'm
you.
getting you.
We're getting you.
I'm not getting you.
Yeah, I
We
think
hearing you.
your camera is kind of freezing small, but
Yeah.
we
Maybe network or so.
we're getting you.
We hearing you.
We were hearing you, but now we're hearing you. Unmute yourself.
Mm.
We're getting you.
Say something. I think it's okay now,
Are you
right?
guys getting me?
Yeah. But
Yes.
your face not showing. Okay, yeah, we're hearing you.
Are you guys getting me?
We're hearing you.
Yes, we getting you.
I'm not
We're
getting
hearing
you
you. We're
guys.
hearing you. Yeah, we're getting you. So like
We getting you.
we were trying to tell our viewer out there who are watching the show on Facebook and YouTube, we are discussing business and we are saying some of these things. That's why we have somebody who is in the business who have used her own strategy to get to where
Mm-hmm.
she is today. She started with $200 and then she can be able to order, let's say, let me fix this thing for you and I think he will come back. So she started with
You'll come back.
$200 and today we have her ordering up to $2,000 worth of things. So it's important that if you are doing business, you need dedication, you need vision, you also need strategy because strategy will help the business to grow.
Strategist. Yeah.
If you're not able to put your
Mm-hmm.
strategy into the business, I tell you, the business will just remain it will just remain stuck to that one point. But strategy is
Yeah.
the thing that make more businesses today you see succeed. You see Amazon, the people every day they come up with different design, different things,
Oh
different
yes.
because why? They know that change is essential. They adapt to technology. So all those things help them.
Mm-hmm.
See, let me bring Dr. Jerome back. I think he just came back. Yeah, let me bring him back. So uh, yeah, so yeah. Oh, his internet is unstable again. You gotta go and back.
Yeah, getting you
Yeah,
guys now.
I
internet.
think the internet is like bothering right now.
The internet. So you see, you have to put in strategy,
I'm
and that's
getting
how
you
you
guys.
succeed when you're doing the business.
That's how.
If you're out there, if you're
Mm-hmm.
watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. Tonight we are discussing business, and we are using somebody here who have been in the business experience to be able to guide you through the strategy that you can use to succeed in Liberia. We know that it's not easy to
Yeah,
do business, but
it's not. Mhm.
you can put some of these strategy into practice, and you will be able to succeed. Yeah, you're back. You're back. You were
Yeah,
kind
sure,
of
definitely.
off and on, so that's why it went. It
Yeah,
was
that's the internet. I don't know why,
internet.
but
Internet sometimes it
yeah,
does
Mm.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. I mean, like one of the things we are observe about business in Liberia, right, is a
Hmm.
thing called overhaul expenses, right? A
Hmm.
lot of time you will notice that people want to get in business, but they're not disciplined on how they can make expensive. It's just that Dr. Jeru, you and myself going to work, right? I'm making $500 from work. Then my expenses
Mm-hmm.
$500. How do you expect me to even survive? And say, so
It's
that's
over.
that you cannot be doing business. It's a business before pleasure. You get miss pleasure with business. And that's one
Yeah,
of the things
sure.
that really affect most of our Liberian businesses because they want
Yeah,
big
sure, definitely.
pleasure with
You,
business. How
that's the
can you
little
be
business he's
operating
doing.
on
The
like
little business he's doing.
that Dr.
You
Jeru
taking
said?
full money. You taking
Yeah,
full money from the business.
yeah,
You taking gas from the business.
yeah.
You taking all kind of money from the business.
And
The
then
business will
you won't
definitely
go
collapse.
party. And then you
Yeah,
won't go party.
you won't go to party. It will
Yeah.
definitely
You
collapse.
don't go party.
All the thing when you put it together at the end of the day, especially when you're not making money, you don't even prioritize your customer already. Because if you have
Yeah,
customers, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
retain a customer, then you can get new other customer because they go here. You don't just want to see one face all the time. If you
definitely,
have a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with a customer, then you establish that relationship well so that the people can keep coming, but yet you create a strategy for other people too to come back your goods.
For other people, yes,
But you
yes.
yeah.
just say, oh yeah, because you get a relationship, then you be complacent, then you know very well you got a
Mm.
space, you got other things. No. So that's one of the things people don't want to minimize what we call overhaul expenses. They want to get a
Yeah.
certain, plenty. And you can miss business.
Splendid thing, yeah.
So I don't
You
know,
don't
what
you don't
tip you can come
involve
to.
pleasure with
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
You
go
don't
ahead.
involve pleasure with
So
business.
Josephine, when Dr. Jerome finished, I want you to talk about this thing called minimize overall expenses, because a lot of people sometimes when they do business, they put themselves into a lot of things. At the end of the day, you see that they into expenses until the expenses getting choked in a way that
HO, yeah.
the business can't even survive anymore. So that
Yes, sir.
Jerome speak to that. Then from there you will continue. Yeah, now Jerome, go ahead on that issue about overall minimal overall expense.
Overall.
Why is it important for our librarian people to minimize overall expenses?
Oh well, because it's you put in a lot of weight on the business.
That's good. That's good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
A lot of weight is on the business, and the business will not come up when you put in a lot of weight on something. You are declining the business down.
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You are declining the business.
yeah.
Instead of the
Mm-hmm.
business coming up, you are bringing the business.
Done.
You are using your own hand to kill the business.
In the business. Yeah,
To kill the business. Yeah.
You are using your own weight to kill the business.
yeah,
We
yeah.
need to understand business and pleasure don't work.
Don't work. Yeah, yeah.
If you as a business person, make your business to be everything first. Prioritize your
Mm-hmm.
business first.
First.
The thing that's solving our business, we take the food money from the business, we take the gas money, we take the liquor money, we take the woman nursing money, we take all
Mm.
these things. Before we realize
Yeah.
the business have already collapsed.
Collapse. Yeah,
Yes.
They'll be like, how? I have invested in this, I put in my time. But you use your own hand to kill the business.
yeah,
To kill the business.
yeah,
You
yeah,
use your own hand to kill the business. You have to be vigilant. You have
yeah,
to be wise when you are a business person.
yeah.
Am I advice to our people that is not in business yet for join business? You don't have to wait for 10,000 before you start business.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
Like our sister
yeah,
Josephine is saying on this live, she
yeah,
started with $200 and now she's putting in for 2,000 product,
yeah.
3,000 product. Because what? She was consistent and
Consistent. Yeah.
consistent to work in business.
Yes.
Yeah, consistency. Yeah.
Yeah,
Consistency work in business.
yeah,
Sometimes you will invest, you will not see the customer coming like that. But you should be
Mm-hmm.
consistent.
yeah.
We quit to relax ourselves. We quit to give up.
Yes, yes.
As a business person, don't just easily give up like that. Because it
Yeah,
will take a time before people know that the value of your business.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah,
It will take time
Yes.
before people know the
It takes
value of your
time.
business.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And in that now, you as an individual, you have a lot of work.
yeah,
Because one
Lot of
thing
work to do.
you
Yeah.
yeah, one thing where you fail to do a assessment in the
yeah,
business.
yeah, yeah,
Most people will just jump
yeah,
because everybody wants share. So I don't know what people want, but I bring something. No.
yeah,
I bring something here.
yeah.
Go for what people like me. I always tell people, go for what people need.
Good.
Now, not one of the easiest things like I see thing I was telling one of my friends, I say, oh now egg is going high up. I think it would be preferable to get into chicken poultry.
Yeah, you said that the
Yeah,
other day.
that's
Yeah.
true. And
Yeah,
Dr. Jeru,
yeah,
save
bro.
that topic when we are discussing about how to begin a business, because I have
I have
so
to
many.
begin. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can set up for
We'll
that
get
other day.
there.
We can set up
Yeah,
for
bro.
another day like this. We come and discuss how we can start a business. Then Josephine, when you saw the time she started the business experience, then I got so many other businesses and almost 47 business you can do in Liberia to succeed.
Yeah,
Everything required is teaching talk about dedication and consistency. So
yeah,
let's save that
Yeah.
one
consistent.
for another topic.
Yeah,
So
sure,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
so that Josephine go ahead and provide her own information when it comes to overhead expenses. Why is it important to not mix business with pleasure, and especially when you get expensive? Why is it important to put that business serious? Because you know very well when you start making so many unnecessary expenses, it's going to affect the business. Go ahead,
It's
please.
going to affect the business. It's very important because here's the thing. We want to do the business. We want to get dressed. We want we want to go to parties.
Yeah,
We want to cook for people parties. And you sometimes you gotta be honest.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
thank you for the invite, but I can't make it.
yeah,
Or thank you, but I won't be able to cook. It's okay to say no sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
And we have to lead a separate thing.
Oh yes.
When I started with the 200, the separate thing can put you behind.
Yeah.
Because if you give your product out there and then somebody tell you say, "Oh, I will pay," and then you have to wait for a month and a half or 2 months for somebody to pay you your money before you put in your order for your product,
Right.
that will hold you back.
Yeah.
So I learned that the hard way, right? So now you put in your order. I make sure I have the money on hand before I put in for production. So when your hair comes in, you're not carrying the hair till you pay your money. With that, you understand what you're getting out of profit and all that. But if you keep the hair in pay, you won't understand your profit.
That's true. Because
You
the
will
money not
not
coming on
understand
time.
your profit.
Money not coming on time. It's not something that somebody
It's
paid.
not coming on time. Yes. So I advise anybody out there that's starting, call separate out.
And one thing,
Let me tell you.
don't just limit the business to Liberian people. You
So
are doing
Liberian
business
people,
with
yes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Cameroonians that order my hair. I got Sierra Leoneans that order my hair.
Okay.
You know, don't just limit it there. I got people that in Liberia that won't order. I'm like, oh no, I'm not shipping to Liberia right now.
Yeah.
Maybe later in the future, but I'm not doing that right now. Yes. But you see, I want people with less pay. Don't bring friendship in your business. You my friend, you want my business, pay for it. I'll give it to you because when you go to the women's store to buy, you pay your cash money and walk out of the store.
Yeah.
You don't go there to do separate.
Yeah.
So we gotta learn a put business before pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my first
So
thing is
say
say if I want to come to your money business, you're very strict because I want my money, you take your product.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so say
So you
Josephine,
cannot
you
mix
on
those
live.
two things. Yeah.
So Josephine, you on live now, and people is watching you from YouTube, Facebook, and things. Do you have a website for your business? Maybe people want to order. Do you have a website where they
I
can
try,
order?
oh yeah, I'm trying to sell up that. I was setting up my account with Amazon too. I want to carry my business to Amazon,
Okay.
and carry it out there. I'm trying to sell up that too.
That's good.
Yeah,
When
I
I
would
when
like
I
to
get everything set
set
up
up
and
your
ready, I'm
website
going
like
to
you
send
do.
it to Brother Ryan here
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
in
And
order.
also,
Yeah.
if you ever needed, some business, flyer or things to do, reach out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all here, to be able to help one another succeed.
No
So
matter the
we
degree
want,
you have,
Okay.
you must
yeah,
invest in
we,
the
we,
business.
we want to wrap up the show because it's 42 minutes now. Usually, I want to have the show less than an hour.
Oh.
So the three
Okay.
important strategies that we listed, right, that we discussed, right? One was if you make money as a Liberian person, I want you guys to get your parting statement, but I just want to, give the,
Hmm.
let's say, overview of what we discussed, right? When you make the money,
Mm-hmm.
our viewer out there, if you are doing business in Liberia, when you make the money, always reinvest the dollar back into the business. You will not
Into
expect
the
the business to
business.
grow when you're eating the profit. Don't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
So that one strategy there,
Yes.
reinvest that money that you make from the business and the profit you make, reinvest it in the back to the business. That's how the business grow. Another thing you got to do,
Mm-hmm.
prioritize your customer. If you don't develop a good relationship with your customer, you'll not have another customer because
Mm-hmm.
there is something in business called unique selling proposition. It's what trigger other people to buy your product because it's for
To
instance,
buy.
if you satisfy one customer, that one customer will go and share. Say, oh, they pay I went there, the people are very nice. Now what they was
People are
saying,
very nice.
develop
Yeah.
good relationship, with the customer always, admire your product and they love your business, they won't come,
We
they will
love it. Yeah.
and everybody they will come back. The happy people will come to your business. So that one thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing we talk about, don't mix business with pleasure. Minimal overall costs. So as we talk about these three important strategies, please, if you are doing business like well, please follow these things so that you can succeed. We will now give the opportunity to Dr. Jerome to give a parting statement and what advice he have for people out there who are watching. Go ahead, Dr. Jerome.
And before I give my parting statement, I want to say thank you so much, Brother Ryan, for inviting me on your platform. It's a blessing to be here today to give my little input when it comes to business. And
Yeah,
to our brother and sister up there who is trying to get into business or who is already in your business, don't give up in your business.
yeah,
Be consistent and don't put pressure with your business
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because pressure can make the business fall. Be consistent. Business
yeah,
come with consistency.
yeah,
Put more time to your business. When you
To
want your
your
business
business.
to go high up, put time.
Yeah.
Isolate yourself on some things.
Yeah.
Isolate yourself on some things. It's not just about business in life. When you want to get there, isolate yourself on some things.
Yeah.
So in
Yes.
business, isolate yourself on some things and put more time.
Yeah.
If you put more time in your business, you will know what you are doing.
Yeah.
Don't just leave the business with people. You as an individual, be on ground.
Yeah.
Know what is unfolding.
Yeah.
Because if you are there, you will know the problem of the customer. Then
Yeah.
you will strategize a way to stop. But if you just relax and leave it with the people, sometimes you might be on the wrong path
Yeah.
and thing. So
Mm.
I think that's my statement for
Thank
today.
you.
And thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you
going
so
to
much, Ikemba,
do
and
some.
I pray to be on your show again very soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the business discussion continuously. We'll just do it for an hour, then we'll go to our regular, our
Good
after.
direct.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Josephine, go ahead. So, as we explain these three strategies, right? As I mentioned earlier, right? What is your tip about this thing, and what would be your practice statement and advice to people who do business? Because we really learn from your experience from $200 to $2,000. Now, plenty of money, oh.
Yeah.
Go
Hmm.
ahead.
Myself was surprised, you know. Thank you again, Brother Ryan, for inviting me on your show.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here, and thank you, Dr. Jerome, for your input too. I really appreciate that. My practice statement would be always like be consistent
yeah,
and be patient, be
yeah,
prayerful.
yeah, yeah,
Don't put pleasure before business, business before pleasure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And don't do sape. Sape is one of the things that killing the business.
Hey, don't
Don't
do
do sape.
That brand
I'm
business is
telling
a
you, don't
pay.
do sape. Yeah, don't do sape because when we're going out there to buy on Amazon, we don't do sape. We pay cash.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I think if you do that and be patient and be consistent and be prayerful,
yeah,
because we can do nothing without God. So be prayerful, and you will see something good will happen.
yeah,
Customers will come in. You'll even get supporters. You'll get people that say, you know what, they invest in this business to help you out too.
yeah.
So thank you everyone for watching, and hope to see you all again.
Yeah, yeah. And then thank you guys, for taking up your time to come here and be a part of our show tonight, especially when we are discussing business. And I really appreciate you guys' input. So for our viewer out there, I want to say thank you. That is how we come to the end of our show. We appreciate your time. Until then, we will see another time. Bye for now.
Uh,
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube for more